El-Rufai just remained a chameleon. El-Rufai just remained a pretense. El-Rufai just remained who he is every day, thinking he will outsmart people by playing games. He's not even in the first place fit to be a leader. I think that is one of the problems in Nigeria. We give people power without testing their emotional stability, whether they are mentally all right to lead. Ignore the madman. Ignore the man who is calling for attention. Ignore the man who is up to a gimmick or to an agenda. Don't even take him serious. You see, the problem with the man is inferiority. The man is actually living in complex. Every day he thinks people look down on me. El-Rufai has no respect for Islam. El-Rufai has no respect for even Islamic clerics.
Amidst reactions trailing the particular video footage that has Malam Nasir El-Rufai, the outgoing governor of Kaduna State, addressing Muslim clerics, telling them on the issues of the non-participation of Christians, thereby depicting his high degree of political bigotry, religious bigotry, and so on and so forth. I have lots of updates on that particular issue and more. My name is Angelo. Welcome to Nation's Voice Tower. Reverend John Joseph Hayab, the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Kaduna State, has reacted to a particular video footage that has Nasir El-Rufai talking to Muslim clerics. Now, the Christian Association of Nigeria Kaduna chapter reacted to this through their chairman to that particular video, and reacting to that viral video where El-Rufai was seen admonishing Muslim clerics over an alleged comfortability of a Muslim ticket as a result of non-participation of Christians. The CAN chairman alleged that El-Rufai was a chameleon and a political and religious bigot, and he termed El-Rufai as possessing a sort of inferiority complex. I believe these were strong statements to make to an outgoing governor of such a degree. Well, if you want to know more about what is happening in Kaduna State, I will give you a video footage, an interview granted by Reverend John Joseph Hayab, the chairman of CAN in Kaduna State, where he exposed everything pertaining to El-Rufai's 8 years in office while he was governor of Kaduna State. Watch this. These bitter truths are so mind-blowing, are so brain-lighting. It may gaslight your intentions. Watch this.
Let me thank you for inviting me, and to be honest with you, this video in the first place is real because that is El-Rufai for you. Some of us have known El-Rufai for saying these kind of things, for plotting these kind of issues, and for masterminding this whole thing. But many people thought we were just fighting or we're stopping him for something else. God has helped us for him to come out publicly and make Nigerians know who exactly is El-Rufai. If you have known El-Rufai in the past 20 years and you watch this video now, then you will know that this is the El-Rufai you know, because El-Rufai have not changed. El-Rufai just remained a chameleon. El-Rufai just remained a pretense. El-Rufai just remained who he is every day, thinking he will outsmart people by playing games. But God has helped us that he openly say out his mind. But let me put it clear, that for even thinking that the victory of Asiwaju was a Muslim thing shows the problem with the man called El-Rufai. You see, the problem with the man is inferiority. The man is actually living in complex. Every day he thinks people look down on me. People see I'm not fit to be. So he said things to show his might. He act in a way to show his might. But you see, Nigerians must know why El-Rufai is doing what he is doing. And Nigerians need to understand the game behind all these comments. El-Rufai is up to something, and I'm going to say why he is doing this, so that Nigerians will understand and don't waste their time arguing and debating on a man who is up for an agenda that we will watch and see whether it will materialize. Buhari, in all the 3 initial attempts he had to be president, played all these games, and it never worked on him. But because he had played that game, then he went into alliance with other political parties and eventually became president. El-Rufai is living in that dream that he could play this religious game and possibly also tomorrow become the president of Nigeria. And Nigerians are. So it's not the matter whether people are angry or whether the statements are weighty. El-Rufai is just talking about himself. El-Rufai has no respect for Islam. El-Rufai has no respect for even Islamic clerics. El-Rufai is just doing everything for himself to get what he wants and not about the religion and not about the people. And two, El-Rufai is deliberately also setting a trap and setting a slippery ground for Bola Tinubu, because the moment these things became heated, then people will go to Bola Tinubu. But we know the difference between El-Rufai and Bola Tinubu and others. He has actually proved to Nigerians that he is not even in the first place fit to be a leader. I think that was one of the problems in Nigeria. We give people power without testing their emotional stability, whether they are mentally all right to lead. Ignore the madman. Ignore the man who is calling for attention. Ignore the man who is up to a gimmick or to an agenda. Don't even take him serious. I believe, even if El-Rufai's son is the one who succeeds El-Rufai, he will not behave like El-Rufai. And I know Ubasani or whoever is in government now will definitely find a way of uniting the state and taking the state to a higher ground. If his Muslim ticket has actually succeeded, we wouldn't have had the killings we had in Kaduna, we wouldn't have the division we are having in Kaduna, we wouldn't have the problem we have in Kaduna. So there was no even success to record about. Because if truth is to be told, he needs to little check at the psychiatric so that we'll be sure whether he's healthy. Someone that I know is completely selfish, is a liar, his worldview is divide and rule.
All right, all said and done. That video there is telling you outrightly who El-Rufai is, what he's capable of doing, what he used to do, what he has done, what he wants to do. Okay, now my own take is this. Nigeria is a country governed by or under the platform or oversaw or overseen through a platform of a constitution. Now in Nigeria, we've got three main religions: the Christianity, the Islam, and the African traditional religion as approved. Now, we believe because of a sort of quest to strike a balance between these three religions, especially the two most popular religions, that is Christianity and Islam, there has been by the constitution a provision where you could actually go for a Muslim Christian ticket when going for a public office as large, enormous, and as important as the presidency, governorship, and so on and what have you. Okay, now him trying to come out to justify the reasons why he picked a Muslim to run Kaduna State with him is understandable. But now directing the statement straight to Christians, no sentiments here whatsoever. But if you ask me, I would say this man is outrightly wrong. There is no good politician whatsoever that would sideline a part of his state because of a particular religion resides there or what have you. Okay, so I would please call on former Governor El-Rufai to please call himself to order, because if he wants to go further, which he is planning to do in this recent incoming administration of Asiwaju and Kashim Shettima, please, if he would hold in any capacity any public office anymore, he should be mindful of his religious sentiments, because we as Nigerians belong not only to Islam but to Christianity too, and these two religions must be respected as depicted. Okay, so El-Rufai, having held the post of a Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, or having held a public office just as that of the Governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai should know better, and he should know the politics of Nigeria to a high extent that he should be able to distinguish between religious bigotry and the politics of Nigeria. Okay, that is that on that update. I hope El-Rufai, listening wherever he is, will borrow a leaf from this particular statement. In another development, a recap of the court proceedings today at the Court of Appeal as the Labour Party and its presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi challenged the results of the just concluded presidential elections that saw Asiwaju and Shettima emerge as president and president-elect, now president and vice president of Nigeria. Now, counsel to the Labour Party and Peter Obi in today's proceedings addressed issues as witnessed in court. Okay, today he addressed a kind of uncomfortability in the fact that INEC, that is the governing body or the electoral umpire, and their fearful and fretful antics and tricks employed by the same commission and its counsel in order to evade the legitimacy of documents tendered by the Labour Party and its council. INEC have been dodging to actually confirm or okay the legitimacy of the same forms EC8, A, B, C respectively that were given from the Commission to the Labour Party and its council. To throw more light to these issues today in court, I have the counsel to Labour Party and Peter will be representing the party today in court to address newsmen after the court session. Watch him.
Well, it's quite surprising that the documents INEC has been objecting to these past days that we have been tendering documents are all certified true copies of INEC's documents. These are documents we applied for to INEC, and by law, INEC is authorized to release these documents to us after certification. And INEC received money from us, and we have the receipt for even a particular batch that we paid 6.69 million naira for documents. And upon receipt of our money, they certified the documents. CTC means you are certifying that this is the true copy of the original.
Certified true copy.
That is what the Evidence Act says. And that is what the Electoral Act mandates INEC to do. So it's surprising that the same documents, which are result sheets at various levels that were issued by INEC, now certified by INEC, and INEC turns around to object, in other words, to doubt those documents. If they are now casting aspersion, casting doubt, even on the documents, then it raises the question of integrity. And this is a government institution, a public institution, who once you issue a document and certify it, it is assumed that it is a correct one. So we'll continue to watch. This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. So,
right, welcome back. This is still Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Before we go further, I would urge our incoming subscribers and already existing to please tap the subscribe button. Also, tap the notification bell so you could get updates anytime we drop new contents, anytime we have updates for you, which is almost every day and every hour. Okay, then I will also urge you guys, please like, share, and drop a comment for us in the comment section if you feel any different from what we're doing here. These particular actions and these procedures really make YouTube to make our videos go viral. To that, I have one more update. Now, a Nigerian lawyer and writer, that is one Mr. D.K. Chukwumerije, who is also a poet, has come on air to address the situation of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. This lawyer is known as someone who stands on the fence when it comes to politics. So he has been given a chance to really talk about the Asiwaju's government and give a sort of brief explanation, especially as regards the removal of subsidy recently by the president, and then possible solutions which are quite efficient that could see to the relegation of the removal of subsidy to the background. Let us watch this particular lawyer and performance poet. After this video, I will give a brief analysis on the court case and the statement of this lawyer. Watch this.
Whenever it comes to the governance, we're always hopeful because when it comes to governance, it doesn't matter who you voted for. If the policies are bad, we all get to go down. If the policies are good, it doesn't matter who you voted for, we all get to ride up. So once it comes to governance, one is always hopeful that whoever is in charge will steer the shape of state in the direction of peace, in the direction of progress for all. So I am hopeful. But politics can interfere with governance. Where you have a political culture that is deeply rooted in patronage, scratch my back, I scratch your back, It will affect governance. The resources will not be directed and focused on governance. So in that regard, I'm worried that looking at the political culture from which leaders have emerged, that might have a very negative impact on the type of governance we want to see. I think we are still a democracy. We're a flawed one, we're a defective one, but we are still a democracy. And it's important that we continue on that journey of evolution.
All right, welcome back. I would say, firstly, from the statement from the Labour Party Council, the truth is this. INEC are playing a hardball. I will repeat, INEC are playing a hardball. And I think INEC feel the game is over already, because forms have been tendered from all the 18 states that were being challenged by the Labour Party. And these forms, these documents, these polling unit results have been accepted and admitted by the tribunal led by Justice Haruna Samani Simon. Okay, so that is to say that the Labour Party is making headways, okay? We're in no way trying to make Nigerian minds fret, though. But the truth remains that the INEC and its council don't really have any jurisdiction or any legal backing whatsoever to counter the petition of the Labour Party as well as the PDP. We could say that the PDP might hit an iceberg while they are presenting their own petition. But I will tell you what, that the Labour Party are making a headway, because 18 states documents, polling units documents have been tendered already. And next, we are going for ex parte evidences, which are so mind-tearing, and they are brain-waxing, and they are, let me say, mind-blowing, surprising, and flabbergasting. You could say on and on and on. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for the next day of sitting tomorrow to bring you more updates on the Court of Appeal Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal going on. Now, on what DK Chukwumeri J said, I would say that he's playing, or he's playing a role of a sort of let me say, neutral fellow or neutral Nigerian. He has no stance, okay? He has no statutory position according to or as regards the ongoing issue of the fuel subsidy. Hence, the statement he made over national TV. So I wouldn't say much on his issue. He was just outrightly giving a sort of advice to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government to see if he could actually tackle the issue of fuel subsidy other than removing it abruptly without providing succor for Nigerians. Well, before this video, I introduced who he was. He is no petroleum expert. He is no economic expert. Neither is he a financial expert. He's just a poet and a lawyer. Okay, so to his own imagination and to his own senses, to his own knowledge, he has proffered solutions that are efficient for Asiwaju. Lots of solutions have come on board. We'll see which the APC and their candidate, the president of the country, will take to take us to the promised land. That is that. Keep a date with us next time with my videos that will keep you intrigued and glued with the nation's political system and democratic movement. See you next time. Bye.